5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the We Don't Need Mike podcast.
Right here.
The fuck Mike. Oh,
right here.
Shit. Oh,
Mike Whitperson is back.
Did you guys kick it off? Really, for real?
Mike Whitperson.
we can't go with the plan.
What?
All right,
You guys not in on
I
this?
think this should be the real intro. That whole bit going in, just play it, let it ride.
Okay, welcome to the podcast.
You can even replay it. We'll do it. We'll just play it from that
Impromptu.
Had a big old burrito that made me have to go
Impromptu.
take a big old burrito.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Dude.
You can hear the pipes groaning down here when it came
Yeah,
down.
dude, I busted my toilet. I broke the porcelain in it.
Should have ate half. My God, that was a huge burrito.
It was just like a bunch of... It was like I uncorked a freaking pop bottle or
It's
something.
weird.
Like,
We're still
kerplunk.
full from last week. We ate that burrito last
Yeah.
week and we're still full.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm still drinking the same Cayman Jack because it tastes so shitty.
Well, welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back.
How's the week?
When you get to the bottom of this, it doesn't taste good.
How's the
First
week?
couple sips are like, okay, but...
I saw that they got more done on the garage back there, the shop.
No, they didn't get anything more
Oh.
done. No, it still was framed out, but it'll get done. Still don't know where my garage doors are at, but
Somewhere. Is it
who
even-
needs garage doors? They're overrated anyway. Just have two big gaping holes
That's
on one
what I'm
side,
saying.
Yeah.
one hole on the other side. So yeah, 3 holes. So that's cool.
Should get a huge picture window. Just put it there. So you can come home drunk one night and go right through it. Just, oh shit.
One of my friends suggested, making the back like a back slider and then another window, and then in the wintertime, it's just going to put a bunch of sunlight in because the back of the shop is south facing. And then that sun does stay pretty low.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe not a bad idea. I don't know.
I feel like it got worse when Mike got back.
It did.
Nah, that's impossible.
It got worse.
No, it didn't. Got better.
I feel like when that guy says you guys suck, it's aimed at Mike.
Who said that?
Munch. I don't know. Sky,
Who's
look
the
on,
munch who said that?
look on, it's in the
Cock
comments. Look on
I think his name was Ale.
the past couple uploads. It's on there. Justin said he wants to kick his ass. We gotta find this guy.
Really?
Yeah, I think I've interacted with this
Justin
guy
can't kick
before,
shit.
and I was talking
On
shit to him
Grindr?
before, and he was like, "Oh, my daughter knows jujitsu or some bullshit like that." I was like, oh, "Fuck."
Well, you never know. You never know. I mean, I'll be scared. I'll be afraid of the daughter of the new jiu-jitsu.
I would be scared, except for his daughter doesn't like him more than she probably doesn't like me. So I think I'm safe.
Did you even subscribe
Me?
to the channel?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't subscribe to that shit.
He
Way
gets
to
all of,
support us, Mike.
he only watches the As Good As It Gets podcast that he saw on Wish website. It was 3 guys that kind of look like us.
Swish website? No, this
Exactly.
one here? There's no comments.
You got to be logged in to comment, Mike.
No, I am subscribed and I am logged in, you moronic shitbag. Yeah, wouldn't shut up.
You do your sort by. My God, do you know how to use?
Hey, Mike,
YouTube.
if you need Al can come over later and change that blinking 12 on your...
There's no sorting.
Click on it. Okay, click on it. Go down to the comment section.
Oh, my God.
My God. Move. click on the video. Just click on the
Which video? There's
Okay, try-
fucking 20 of them.
Try that the money one.
Okay, no shit. All right, no, it wasn't like could have been the other
Okay,
19.
So scroll down to the comments, the sort by. Yeah.
Why does it say 0 comments? There's no comments here.
It should be there. Holy
And
shit.
stay tuned next week, folks, when we teach you how to set up your grandpa's Wi-Fi.
There ain't no fucking comments there.
I don't know why there's no comments.
Yeah, we look it up on your computer. Maybe the comments are only directed toward the gays.
Oh, I bet you're blocked by the guy that made the comment.
Yeah.
So you
maybe
can't see
maybe
his
the comments are only for the gay guys on the podcast.
See, it's there.
We should talk about this
Huh?
two-headed tortoise that turns.
Well, see, it ain't on mine.
Yeah. I think you,
Sure, I
you,
clicked on the right one.
you got the parental blockage
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Your mom doesn't trust you on YouTube.
Oh, I do not.
She heard there was possibly adult videos in the kids' video section.
Stop! You're gonna get us copyrighted.
Only if the owner of that page complains, which he will.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank God. You guys suck. So how was your week?
What?
How was your week?
It was fantastic. Still plugged up with a burrito.
Still?
Yeah, those Cayman Jack, no sugars margaritas still taste like shit.
So anyway, I was going to do this story since we're just sitting around doing fucking nothing.
Sorry.
Starry.
So I'll just start reading it in quotes. We weren't doing the 25K when you hit 25 years. CEO gifts employees $25,000 for working 25 years, but employee going on 27 years there gets nothing.
Damn
So
right. It's not
Because
25.
it's not 25.
Yeah, so basically this
Makes sense.
guy felt left out because he didn't get 25K because the policy,
Ooh.
quote unquote, wasn't in place when he.
Dude, go
went
get
to
a
his 20
job. 25K is not that much after Uncle Sam rapes it anyway. You'd be lucky to get freaking
What company was this?
10 grand.
What's that?
What company was this?
CEO. It doesn't say.
Yeah, because it probably went woke and it's already been boycotted.
Yeah. I have to call bullshit on this story. What company gives their employees 25K?
One of the people who received that bonus check today has been working here 26 years.
What company gives their employees 25K?
Not ours.
No, none.
You know,
None. It's a bogus story.
I don't think
bogus
it's. I don't think it's a bogus
a
story.
bullshit story.
I don't think it's a bogus story.
It's bullshit.
You know what we really need to talk about here is the fact that Mike just scoffed at $25,000.
Well, yeah.
After Uncle Sam's gonna take the
Moneybags.
bulk of that anyway.
Mr. Money, but I don't
Oh
care.
yeah, it's okay when your mom's paying your fucking bills and
Yeah,
it's no big
of course.
deal.
But then you're gonna walk out with maybe 12 grand, right? 12 and a half grand. Then you gotta whatever you buy with that 12 grand, you gotta pay fucking sales tax on anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why even get paid?
I know.
It's like if I didn't
Screw
get
it.
paid at
Why-
work, I'd be
why
like,
work?
I don't need that back pay.
I
F
gotta pay
that.
taxes. Keep your
Be able to
paycheck.
take half of it
No,
anyway.
but it's tax.
It's like you win the lotto. It's like, I don't want that. I gotta pay taxes.
No, that's what I did. After the taxes, then I only had enough to donate. I donated it all.
Yeah, but you donated semen. It wasn't even like you were donating money.
Still
And she didn't even ask for it.
And that's tax free.
trying to save the storks, bro.
It cost you in the end, though.
Shit.
Every week when you walk in, you're like, I can't believe you guys pay me for this shit.
Next.
Give me 2 cups this week. I've been saving up. So you wouldn't freak out if your company did that? Like, Al,
I would be pissed.
the policy
I suppose.
wasn't in place.
But would I call the media on it? Probably.
25K.
No, I guess he was on Reddit, so they picked the story up on Reddit.
Yeah, and they don't name the company. I think it's bullshit. I mean, 25K. What company does that?
Well, let's sort this out. What companies were around 25 years ago? This should be easy to narrow it down.
No, and so you're gonna have what's the I guess how many employees would hit that 25-year mark?
That was a question that one of the Redditors people asked. How many people there were actually over 25 years when they did this, but it didn't give an answer.
I mean, that's a lot of money for a
Because
company
if there
to
was
dish out.
if there was only like 2 or 3 that were over
Yeah.
25K, they're like 27 or 27 years, then it's kind of bullshit they left them out. But if there was I don't know.
So no company would.
But you think if it was a lot of people, they would have said, "Hey, we're celebrating. We're giving $27,000 to anyone who's been here for 27 years."
Yeah, but if they're saying we're doing this because we value your longevity,
Yeah, but no company would dish out that kind of money, and on top of that, like that, look at the controversies it creates when you got people they're over 25 years not getting the money.
This sounds like the company I work for, but it's not.
Yeah, but because the 25K part was not.
Yeah.
I can see it like a company, 1,000 maybe.
Yeah, give them $1,000 bonus or something for being there
You know,
for,
I
for
got,
20 years or something.
I got $500
Because you've been working for the same company for 100 years.
to like quit.
Oh, we need someone who's going to do a less
I
shitty
got,
job.
For 25 years, I got $500.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got
I got
$1,000.
a wafer that said 25 years on it.
But that cost more than $500 though.
I got
It was just silicone.
$1,000 from not
Etched
not your guys' employer, but I got $1,000 from another employer in the same industry for getting a bachelor's degree. But then they took 15% for the 401k, so there's $150. Then Uncle Sam took another $400. I got less than half of it was my take home.
You're right. I just have to come up with some fake documentation that I went to school
Exactly.
and apply for reimbursement.
Exactly.
You're
Or
a genius.
you do what I did. You go to school and then you rack up $10,000 in student loan debt, and then you go ahead and get reimbursement from your company, request to get laid off, keep the money, and then not pay back your student loan debt. Works perfect.
Okay.
That's how I did it.
You entitled prick.
I am an entitled prick because I work my ass off. I sit on my ass. Freaking be an entitled prick.
This is the same guy that said he walks up behind his
I-
place and goes,
I drive a Dodge Stratus. I'm somebody. I'm in middle management.
if I didn't need this podcasting job, I don't even know why I'm hanging out with you.
Oh, that reminds me. Don't cash the checks this month.
Yeah, that $1 million check you got is gonna bounce. It's gonna bounce
don't
again.
Cash it. Don't cash it till the 25th. It's gonna-
It'll bounce then.
I tried to electronically deposit it.
yeah.
You know how hard it is to take a picture of a check this big?
I have to back way off. I mean, I don't have a room that large in my house.
I didn't even put it in the ATM. So like, they don't have a slot big enough.
Who puts checks in an ATM? I just take
Me.
pictures of shit.
Who the hell gets checks?
I get checks.
Me.
From who?
Freaking government.
Dividends.
Well, I don't know. They're just
Dividends.
paying 10% to the big guy.
My investment.
Oh,
dividends.
yeah.
No, you don't get check. Well, my regular employment is direct deposit. But when I'm transferring money around and my multiple bank accounts, I use checks to transfer money from this bank to this bank.
You don't just connect them so you can move it over?
No.
It takes a day or so when you do it
When you do it,
electronically.
when you take a picture, it's instant.
That's what I do with cash when I'm transferring from one account to the other.
I know I have checks somewhere. Couldn't tell you where the fuck they're at. I haven't used them in so long.
I actually ordered some the last 2 weeks ago. They're custom checks too. They're pictures that I took.
Wow.
Oh.
Of your shed?
And they put those on checks? Those pictures?
Yeah, those ones
So
from
when
my
the- so when you're-
from my old life.
So when you're doing like, hey, send me a dick pic. All right, what's your address? I'll fill you out this check for $1.
Don't I owe you $1? As a matter of fact,
I had to do that for a medical bill. So like, you know, I get the bill. It says you can pay online, but the account code that's on there is incorrect. They have two shits reversed, and I complain about it, but I can't pay for it online, so I have to send a check. So I wrote a check.
I usually just call and tell them to do it over the phone.
I don't like giving my.
I don't give that
Dude,
information.
it's on Facebook. Your credit card is on Facebook. I've used it.
I don't have Facebook.
Al does.
I don't give that shit over the phone either, man.
That's
Al's
your
dog has a Facebook.
that's your credit card. No, so I had to like the
I'll get that
past 2
information.
months. I had to write a
Crazy.
check.
Well, you know, a lot of places now, there's even websites that you can do, and you put your information into that one site,
Yeah.
and they generate temporary credit cards for you that you can use like to book hotels and other places, so that if that information gets stolen, it only lasts for so long and then it's done.
They're only making money how? How much you got to pay? What
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
There's a percentage.
Take 3% off the
Probably
top.
3, yeah.
or something.
Well, they're probably getting the credit card fee when they from the hotel or wherever it processes it.
That's gay.
Yeah, the service charge.
Yeah, the normal what
Then
you
you
would
better
pay.
start upping my points.
Well, if you like safety, I mean,
All coming from the guy who gives us fucking information over the phone.
that dental hygienist is hot. I'll give her a couple thousand if she wants it.
My name's Justin. Wow, that was the gayest throw I've seen in a long
Children.
Yeah, well,
Children. Actually, encountered something like that. Where it's another medical bill for some shit. Anyway, but
Some shit, huh?
so I get a voicemail saying, to call this number, set up like an account for this. So I call, and at the end, the lady on the other end said, "Oh well, yeah, we're gonna need your credit card number." I'm like, "All right," I didn't know she meant over the phone. And so there's this awkward silence. I'm like, hello? She's like, well, we need your credit card. And I'm like, well, can I do this online? And
How about if you guess one number, I'll tell you if you're hot or cold, and then when you finally guess it, I'll give you the next number.
No, and it was so suspicious. Because
yeah, if I had somebody call and leave a message and I call back, unless it was a number that I normally deal
it
with.
was legit. It was a legit
Yeah, but if
medical bill. But the lady I was talking to, because when I said, well, can we do this online? There's another awkward pause. She's like, yeah, but it's kind of confusing. I'm like, well, I'll go that route first. So I'm not comfortable just handing out my credit card info over the phone. Oh, okay. Then we hung up. So I went out and finished up the account online. There's no spot whatsoever for a credit card number. There's nothing in there.
It's totally safe for your credit card then.
and the shit that it's a CPAP machine.
Oh,
So that's what it was, and so I'm like, I don't know where the figures are. Well, they will fucking bill me. I mean, if I owe them money, they're gonna make sure they get the money. So I didn't worry about it.
That's true.
And the shit showed up last week, so I did not have to give out my credit card number.
oh, but it's all over the OnlyFans site.
Well, yeah, that one I do give out.
I had one time my mortgage lender call me, and then they're like, you need to call us back. So I called them back, and it didn't sound legit. They're like, well, we need your social security number to access your account. I'm like, I'm not giving you that information.
Yeah.
You called me. Well, what is the problem? Well, we got to make sure it's you we're talking to, so we need your social. I'm like, well, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
And it turned out it was my mortgage company, but it's like, I went back to him. I said, who the hell does business like that?
No, but exactly. I mean, they'll
This was years ago. By the way.
if
This
they
was
owe
like
you money or something.
2009
I mean, if you owe them
2010.
money, they'll make
They'll make it clear it's them asking for it.
yeah.
Yeah. There's just too much shit now. Like, oh, thank you for your $794 charge on your Amazon. It's like, I didn't charge it. And then I'll delete that email and I won't click on any link or anything or attachment. And then I'll go to my actual Amazon card and there's no charge like that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I get those stupid things all the time.
yeah. And because you click on whoever sent it to you, it says Amazon services or something. But then it's like,
It's not
Yeah,
going
it's
there.
why-
XY123 at ABCFY, it's
Yeah,
like-
you never click on the links, and if you get a text with a phone number saying to call this number, you never call them. No.
I always forward those emails, but then take out the other person's information, so they think, oh, look, Justin sent me something.
Yeah, you never do that. I mean, if you get something from your bank, a text message, and say call this number, no. You look up the bank's number and you call that number that you look up.
my,
You
bank,
don't- you
my
don't-
bank's number's on the check. On
A
the
couple
check that I
a
write.
couple of months ago, the bank called me from their actual fraud number, spoofed, obviously. It was telling me, oh, we have these charges, blah, 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 blah. Now, I have received a call from them in the past, but it was automated saying, hey, we have these charges. Can you type one if it's true or not, yes or no, and
Yeah,
then it
I've
would go
gotten
through charges,
those.
whatever. This one had a person in it, and I said, no, I'm going to hang up. And it's like, oh, well, we can confirm it's us. They gave me my social. They gave me my address. They gave me my email, my phone number. And I said, well, I never received a text from you guys. I'm not sure. As soon as I said that, a text came through. Like she was on the other end going, oh, we forgot to send a text. And it looked legit and everything like that. And I
And it
go,
wasn't legit?
no. And I said, well, I'm going to hang up and call the number. No, sir, we love your business. We need you now. I was like,
Yeah. I
okay,
got,
here's,
Were these
you know what they wanted was my
Habibitas?
PIN. They were like, oh, well, we just need your
Were
PIN
they-
because they were trying to use you're trying to use your debit card.
Yeah.
And we need to verify your PIN so that we can prove that it's you.
Were they Indians or Middle Eastern?
No, it sounded like a black lady.
Oh, legit. It's usually a complete fraud. If it's just some Middle Easterns.
But she says, well, it looks like they've tried your birthday and then some other number that would be a number that would be easily known. And so if we can just get your real one so we can confirm it's you so we can actually shut the card down. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to call the...
I had that call.
I never
the
had
bank
that
start
call.
with the E.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and?
It was a couple months ago, I think.
Huh?
Antelope.
Antelope?
Yep.
But I got that call, and right off the bat, like first it came up, and it said the name.
I was fucking with her a little bit and going
Yeah.
on like, I don't know. I think I'm going to call this. She was like,
it came up-
confirm it's you. And she reeled off all my information like,
It came up with the name,
Huh.
and I just let it go, and then it called right back. They called right back. I went, what the fuck? So I
We
answered
really
it,
need to talk to you.
and it was that card fraud, and I'm like, they're not fucking banks not calling me. For
so I
that.
looked online too. And usually it'll have pending or something showing that it tried.
Yeah.
And it didn't have anything.
So yeah, I played along. I'm like, dude, boys, this is not the bank calling. In the beginning, I was just gonna hang up because I knew this was a fraud right off the bat. And then I'm like, yeah, let me just stay on this fucking call.
You know what I've been getting a lot of lately? And I don't know how they're staying in business. We were wondering if you want to take some equity out of your home. What? Well, I don't know. The interest rates has gone up 8 times in the last year.
Well,
Do
I
you
think
I wanna
because the
take
price
shit
of
on
house
that?
has gone up, so everybody has a bunch of equity. So I
Yeah,
think
but the
that-
cost of
Yeah.
borrowing money against your house is
damn well
ridiculous.
there's people that are just looking at the cash and not worrying about.
Well, that's true. Because people will refinance their cars is so ridiculous.
A lot of people are going to
Take
be
loans against
upside
their
down
cars.
on their,
Isaac- or
on their
Isaac.
loans.
Al just took
So-
out his third mortgage.
He just took out the third loan on the Saturn, 1992 Saturn that he's got out there.
No, I know a lot of people are going to be upside down. The whole fucking.
Oh, this is how they get their houses from the people. This
Market
and
crashes,
reverse
yeah.
mortgages. This is how they get the houses out of the people's hands.
Because I get that call. I got that call.
They
about-
just asked me yesterday, man. No, I don't want to take equity out of my house.
like, nope.
I don't even own a house. This is my mom's house.
That's what I do when solicitors come to the house. Hey, are you the homeowner? I go, nah, I just rent. Well, do you know if the homeowner? No, he's a dick. He won't even fix the sink. That's what I would say.
That's not bad. I haven't gotten one in a while, but the car warranty ones is always great. 1970 Dodge Dart. Well, you're the one who told me my warranty ran out. Sure enough, you're right.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're not going to put a warranty on this car?
Yeah. It's a 96
You
Saturn.
remember who called who in this situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. 1983 Yugo. La car.
La car. Smart car. Not so smart car. Do you have nicknames for like cars? Like the models? Like the Honda Fit? I always say, oh, look, there's a Honda I can't fit.
In America, that's true.
The only one I can think of is that Honda with the letters, the CCC. We used to call it the.
CRE.
It used to have. I think it was a Honda. It had like a bunch of. We used to call it like
CVCC?
Oh, the
The, yeah,
Civic.
we used to call it the Chinese or whatever. We used to call it the Russian car or something because it had kind of that USSR.
Yeah, CVCC. That's where they got the name of Civic from. Because that's the type of engine. I don't know what the acronym stands for, but
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, I just
something
remember that. We used to
valve
always,
fucking not something Civic.
Something vowel something.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is like station wagons called them grocery getters.
Grocery getters. Yeah.
So I thought you called any old four door. Like when I say I drove a 71 Dart Granny grocery getter. It was it's like slant 6 4 door. It was my first car.
Pussy mobile.
This is friggin'. That's what I wrote on the back was pussy wagon on the back. So
Kill Bill.
yeah, I totally was slaying it.
I don't believe it.
I
I don't believe it.
No. Then in my license plate said Muff Diver.
They wouldn't allow that now.
I saw
No,
one.
they wouldn't.
It was,
MUF DVR? I don't think they will.
it was a New Mexico plates. I seen
Saw it
one.
on Cheech Marin's car. Is the only place I've ever
It
seen
was
it.
spelled just like that.
Was it?
It was New Mexico plates.
And it's under Love Machine.
And I don't know exactly what kind of car it was. Definitely was not something
Well,
expensive.
Cheech's was a 6.4 Impala, in case you wanted to know.
He had to open the door. That fucking handle's missing. So he had to stick his hand in the door, the hole to open it.
He rolls up the windows and it
Sex
just says,
machine.
like, scrolly Love Machine.
Love machine. Oh yeah.
And then
I'm just
dingle
a
balls.
love
I thought about getting dingle balls for my dart. There's not a lot of extra weight when you add dingle balls, so it's all good. I don't know. My friggin' dart's a cream puff, dude. That thing drives down the road, so it's not quick, but it's peppy for 7,000 feet and a slant 6. 7,000 feet above sea level. So anyway, any other stories?
When are you gonna drop into the? What do you get? A 340? What do you got?
So the plan is to bore
318?
340, overbore it by 30, and then do a 30 overbore on it, and then do a 4-inch stroke on it. So it should be about
Stroker.
416 cubic inch, and I'm going with aluminum heads. I know exactly the heads I'm going to go with. I know the intake I'm going to go with, and then I'm on the fence about it because there seems to be some problems people have been having with it, but a Holley Sniper EFI setup is what I was going to do for the intake.
Well,
Then-
what do people say about that?
Just having issues with it. I have one friend over here who he's got a beast of a freaking short box Chevy truck, dude. But there's some in the sequence of you need to turn your pump on before you're trying to fire. I don't know, some shit like that. But that in itself was a screw up, and then something else screwed up with it, and he ended up putting his old car back on, and everything was working fine. And then pulled the plugs, or everything worked fine after he pulled the plugs and found they were all fouled, and then put new plugs in, and everything was good. I don't know, there's some screwy with it. So it just hit and miss with that EFI. But the idea behind it for me is where I live is 7,000 feet or a little over 7,200, something like that. And then when you go to the closest downtown location to my house, that's like 5,500 feet average, somewhere around in there, 5,000. So that's a big difference in a carbureted car. So I would get it running just right here, run it downtown, have to tinker with the carb to get it back home. Smooth, you know what I mean? So you're better off just doing
You
it.
gotta bring like extra jets or something.
yeah, something like that.
Swap them out.
So I don't want to dick with that. And then the idea with do the 4-speed overdrive. So I think that final gear on the fourth gear is a 0.7 in the transmission I got. So I'll probably run at least 355, if not 391 gears in the rear end. So it should scream like a rape date.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that motor build would probably have around 500 horses. So, or 5 or more. Maybe if I could get like 450 to the
It's
wheels,
never
that would be
happening.
fantastic.
It's never happening.
That would be cool. I mean, for a street car, that would be cool.
The freaking building right there says otherwise.
That's
pal.
not even going to be done before you die.
No, that's true. That's probably true.
And that door is locked.
The door-
You're never getting
How are
in.
you getting in there?
So yeah, I don't know. Through the garage doors that aren't there,
You
perhaps.
climb through the window.
But anyway, that's sort of the plan. I started putting together the build list and figuring it out. Probably not going to do rollers. I'm probably just going to go flat tap it. Call it a day.
Are rollers really worth it? So
I think if you're really trying to
pay,
make that scream and you're putting a hell of a Lopi
Yeah.
cam in it and you're freaking trying to run top fuel down the track.
That's what I hear.
So the way my calculations are already coming, so with the flat top pistons, I'm looking at actually have a slight dish to them of like 5 cc's. And so but that's still going to push me over 10 on compression ratio. So by the mathematics that I'm doing,
You got to do E85.
so well, I just want to be able to do pump gas of some sort. I need to run higher
For
octane.
that, yeah, probably E85 or racing fuel, right?
Well, I don't know because there are cars that were manufactured with over 10-to-1 compression.
Yeah, but they probably have to take the super unleaded or E85
So I don't know. That's what I
or
got to
racing
ask.
fuel.
That's what I got to ask my engine builder. What does he recommend? My engine builders don't build plenty of Mopars, so it's kind of getting with him and saying, okay, what is the most reliable or the highest horsepower I can get out of turnkey pump gas on a 340? What's the best build plan in your opinion? And I think that you can do 416 cubic inch, so you bore it and you stroke it, and you can reliably. So like if I go dished pistons that are like 20 cc dished, that's going to lowers my compression ratio significantly. It puts me about 9.5. But I think I could go over 10. I don't know. I haven't built a lot of engines. So whatever. We'll see. I got to do it before I'm dead, and I got to do it before I'm too scared to put my life at risk.
I might have a project. I'm thinking about K-swapping the Civic.
K-swapping it?
Yeah.
Meaning?
The K-series engines.
Oh, okay.
The Type R's
Was-
that they had.
Why don't you just work on getting some new tires on it first?
Tires can wait. I actually do. I got to swap out the winter tires. I still have the winter tires on the.
Swap out the oil and the
All
filter.
right, random questions.
Oh my God.
These are probably dumb, but we're asking them. Serious answers only. You know how we do it here.
Only. Yep.
If you could go back in time
Yes.
and give your parents advice before you were born, what advice would you give them?
Don't have a son.
Pull out? Is that-
Maybe like stock market. Invest in these companies.
Apple.
Woolworth. Invest in
Yeah. Sears Roebuck.
yeah. Invest in those
no.
Sears. They're gonna be around.
Sears are going to be around forever. It'll never go out of business.
It did seem that way, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did for a while, man. I used to buy shit. I think for a while.
Yeah.
Sears was the only one that offered like
But they
zero
were
interest for
expensive,
5
though,
years.
after a
Well,
while.
growing up, the back to school shopping was like Sears was one of them, and like even all the
Yeah.
classmates, like in grade school, we all had the tough skin
When
jeans
Ton-
and all that.
When Tanya
But
and
that stopped.
when Tanya and I were young and we were broke as shit, young parents, and we was like, oh fuck, we need a new washer, dude. We're going to Sears because I can float it on no interest.
Yep.
So
Or Wards, Montgomery
Yeah.
Wards.
yeah,
Remember
oh,
going
God,
there?
I remember Montgomery Ward.
No, but yeah, didn't you guys shop at Sears
Kmart,
for back
yeah.
to school? But
Kmart.
Yeah.
with my daughter, I don't think she ever bought a single piece of clothing at Sears.
No,
it's like
J.C. Penney's.
some other store. But I don't know what happened.
You only take her to the Gucci store, is that why?
Yeah, that's why. No, but what changed? It's not
Walmart came along
Amazon.
because didn't you used to have to get Ben Davis and Dickies at like Sears, and then
Yeah.
before Walmart was around, and then next thing you know, Ben Davis and Dickies are in Walmart. Well, I don't know about Ben Davis, but Dickies definitely.
Yeah,
is.
Walmart definitely, and then the online Amazons and other things like that.
Yeah, and then online killed them too. But they never did anything. I remember doing this, I think, way back when I was in business schools, like analyzing how they were never doing anything to their business model when some of these
Yeah.
other things were happening in the early 2000s.
It's like they didn't even try.
So then when last piece of equipment I bought from, I think, is that mower out there, which is a Craftsman. And I went in there to go, okay, fuck it, I'm paying this mower off. And they're like, well, you can't do that here. You got to go through the finance department. It's like, really? You guys don't like talk to each other? No,
company.
it doesn't work that way. And that was when, yeah, their whole sales pitch was bad because I went in there when I was buying the mower. I'm like, so if I buy your extra warranty for $587, whatever the fuck it was a $3,000 mower, and then anything can happen. Oh yeah, absolutely anything. So let's say I run over a boulder and I bend the blade, and then it goes, oh yeah, we'll fix that. All right, cool. Well, let's say I seize the motor up because I freaking run it out of oil, but I didn't realize it. Yeah, we'll fix that. Well, let's say I get pissed off at the mower and I shoot it with my freaking pistol. Oh yeah, we'll take care of that. Like, really? He's like, well, it's not really likely going to happen, is it? I go, no. He's like, yeah, but if it did.
He knows you don't have a pistol.
So what happened was, yeah, of course, I don't own any gun. So I was over here, and there was a tree I took out, but there were still large stones in it. Sure enough, I drove over one and dropped the blade on it, and the blade bent up and went into the deck. And I went back there, and I'm like, hey, I have this problem. I called up the warranty department. Oh, we don't cover that. I go, no, the hell you don't. You do. Your salesman told me otherwise. Oh, well, he was misinformed. So I went back to that same store. This is one of the reasons I went out of business, by the way. Went back to that same store, and I started asking as if I'm interested in a mower. Now, I'd owned this mower for about 1.5 years, 2 years at that point. And I go in there and I say, oh, cool. And I'm like, yeah, I think maybe I want this one. Picked out the same model. And then he says, do you want the additional warranty? I'm like, well, I don't know. What's the cover under and stuff like that? I'm like, so if you drive up over like a rock, and I'm videoing this with my phone sticking out of my pocket. I drive up over a rock and I slam the blade down. It goes up into the deck and cuts into the deck and bends the blade, right? So I can't turn the thing over anymore. You guys will fix that? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, all right, now I know you're lying because that's exactly what I did this last week. So I'm going to tell you what I want. I want $587 back that you guys owe me for not covering this shit. And they did. They actually paid me my money back. So whatever. But I was just like, obviously, your salesman's bullshitting.
Yeah, just to get that extra
just to get
warranty.
that extra sale. Yeah.
Yeah. I never get the warranties. I never get that shit.
Well, you
It's a
just answered
rip-off.
the next question.
What's that?
If you could erase one thing from existence, even the memory of the thing, what would it be?
This podcast.
The warranty. The warranty would be gone.
Yeah, perhaps. In that case, I had a warranty on a fridge that worked out perfectly one time. So
Yeah, I
mean,
did too. I never buy extended anything.
I very rarely do, but I did on the fridge in the kitchen, and it's one of these piece of shit Samsungs where the fucking ice maker's in the fridge and it turns into a big ice cube. And I found the way around it, but they gave them 3 times to come out and try it, and then I had a week before the warranty was up, and I'm like, no, you guys have been out here 3 times, you owe me a new fridge. And they gave me a new fridge. But then after 2 years, same shit started happening, right? And what I learned is don't keep the ice in the ice maker. Let it make ice, put it in something in the freezer,
You have
and then
ice
shut
trays?
the ice maker off. No, don't have ice trays, but let it make the ice, put the ice in the freezer, then put the ice maker back together and just shut the ice maker off until the next time you need ice. That's what you have to do, because the ice sitting in there and the warm air seeping in causes the condensation to come up, leaves frost, turns the whole thing into. Whoever thought of putting a freaking ice maker in the fridge is a retard. And I'll never get a top bottom, fridge on top, freezer on bottom drawer kind of thing ever again. The next fridge we buy is going to be a side by side.
I only buy warranties for one thing. The
Vibrators.
The kids' phones.
Oh well, yeah. When the kids
I
phone,
don't even do that. You add up the cost. You're better off not getting that.
Well, I'll
shit.
get like the Apple Care or whatever, and then
No, you
'cause they get
cut
the
it.
free
You cut it off
repairs
after
and-
a year, because if they're brand new phones, yeah, you want a warranty, dude.
Yeah.
Because I've jacked
Well,
this
for me,
shit up
it's
like
the
that.
lost or the whatever, because that's what's happening. When Isaac was young,
You know, how old was a kid when they got cell phones?
you don't want to know.
Probably too young. Mine, I think.
Oh
mine were a
well,
little bit too young.
mine. I justify mine easily. Whatever you want to say. I hate to talk too much about this, but their mother was
I was
a
going to
piece
say.
of fucking work. So to avoid talking to her, I got my oldest a cell phone so that he could take it, and then I would be able to just
If
talk
the
to
kids
them.
have divorced parents, I think it's only fair they have unfettered access to their own cell phones for communication with either parent at any time.
Yeah, because she was a lunatic.
Because there's manipulation that goes on in divorces.
She was a
Biggest
lunatic.
reason.
Anyway,
So
next question. Where did this go? If you could make one thing that is now legal illegal, and one thing that is illegal legal, what laws would you change? Okay, let's just start with the thing that's legal to illegal.
Unfettered access for children to have with phones. They shouldn't be unfettered. It shouldn't be parental on that. But anyway, no, and I actually believe that answers that question.
Or
too.
what about illegal to legal? It's probably the better question.
Prostitution.
What's that?
Prostitution.
You think prostitution should be legalized?
You think you'd make more money that way?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that prostitution should be, but I think that prostitution should be legalized before abortion's legalized. So,
No, it's just, to me, I mean, other than human trafficking or anything like that, I mean, it's a crimeless, a victimless crime, rather.
yeah, it's a business transaction.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
But, not that I would participate in, picking up a prostitution.
Because you already have. You,
Yeah.
know
You
what
wouldn't
it's
have to
like.
pick one up. You just go to their place of business.
Yeah, but I to me, like that's just one of, I mean, victimless crime. And I
That
think
takes away half the fun if it's legal.
If it's regulated, I think
Yeah.
a lot of the bad side of it would disappear.
It just doesn't feel as taboo enough then, though. If you make it illegal. Shit, I shouldn't be doing this. It's like, because they could call up and just be like mad at you and be like, hey, wait a minute, you're married. And you could just call your wife and really they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of like drinking before you're 21. There's something funner about that.
That's true.
I mean,
That's true. Now I just drink to survive.
marijuana's
Shit.
legal. I mean,
What?
I haven't partaken in that since,
Since you got out of the car.
I mean, since college.
Since I
I
did
mean,
that bong rip in the car.
the hot boxing and I mean, I don't know. It just, I have no interest.
I don't.
getting high.
When I was in high school, I liked being high. As an adult, man, I don't like it at all. And it's been a while since I've done. I don't like pot at all. There's too much shit that goes along with it. That's just
Alcohol. Should alcohol be legal?
honestly, I think that pot should be legal before alcohol, but
Yeah.
because you think about it, like let's do a statistical take on. I mean, and maybe we can get this information for next week, but people who die, say, instantaneously before their time. So people in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, and it tends to be 2 a.m, 3 a.m, right?
In a car?
In or outside of a car. It could just be a freaking fight, and some dude kills another dude because he doesn't know when to stop because he's drinking. Almost all the time, alcohol is involved.
Yeah. You heard about
There's so many deaths related
bride-
to alcohol.
bride? So these people just got married, and they're leaving the reception. This is in South Carolina. They're leaving the reception area. They're at this part. It's like a golf community. So people have golf carts, but they weren't actually in a golf cart. They have something that's it's called a low speed vehicle. It's like a bigger, like a Gator or something, like a bigger type of golf cart, which is legal to drive on the road. So the bride and groom were in the back of that with part of the wedding party. Were in the back of the car. They're going, I don't know, whatever, 15 miles an hour. This drunk woman, 24-year-old, fucking drunk, came through 60 miles per hour, fucking slammed the back of that thing, killed the bride, sent the rest of the people in the wedding party in the hospital, critical condition, all that. But fucking leaving your fucking wedding party.
That's what I'm saying, though. It is, but it wasn't intentional. Obviously, the person was just way too drunk, and her judgment was shot.
Yeah.
I mean, we have coworkers that have been in that scenario.
Oh, and they said she was when she was getting arrested, she was being what was the other word? Fucking an asshole, basically. Belligerent, because she was too drunk to know what actually happened.
Yeah, so granted, she shouldn't have been driving. But again, that's what I'm saying is that anybody who dies. All right, here's another case. This was a couple weeks ago. Friend of mine, he's like an on-call electrician up in Denver. And he's up there, and this woman comes running out, downtown Denver, middle of the night. This woman comes running out. He's trying to kill me, whatever. She doesn't seem like she's all with it, whatever, but he gets out. He gets the word that somebody, her boyfriend essentially was beating on her, stuff like that. He calls 911. Then he calls his dispatch, says, "Hey, what? I gotta take care of this woman. She's out here. She's saying her boyfriend's beating on her. Blah blah blah." They're like, "I already called the cops." They're like, "Careful, the boyfriend could be around." Boyfriend shows up, and sure enough, so he walks around the back of his truck. He picks up a hammer, and the boyfriend starts getting confrontational. He starts swinging the freaking hammer, and he just jacks up, turns wrong on his knee, freaking tears both his tendons that hook his quadricep to his knee. His knee comes loose, kneecap, everything. Now he's in a cast. He's probably not going to be 100% with his leg for a year or so. So how's he supposed to do his job? But what was involved in that thing?
A woman.
Oh, yeah. No, and then also alcohol, right?
Yeah.
That's why they say, like, there's nothing good that happens after midnight, because after midnight, everyone's drunk and around on the town. It's like, dude, only bad shit can happen.
So you want to get rid of midnight?
Yeah, we should outlaw midnight, or at least seriously regulate it. No. All I'm saying is, you asked about alcohol, but like there are a lot more, if homicide's going to happen with a gun, most of the time alcohol's involved.
What if every car now comes with that breath shit to start?
They're talking about that, I think.
Yeah. What about that? Would you be for it?
They're not going to
against it?
retrofit my Dart, so.
Well, like new cars.
Here's
like
what I know is going to happen. You're going to take your kids with you a lot more places.
Iris.
Well, here's the thing. Kids, come on, blowing this, Bobby. Come on. Hey, remember I was trying to teach you how blowjobs work?
So supposedly there's a video camera involved too now.
Well, no, I know they've talked about putting kill switches on new cars.
Yeah.
That works better with electric cars, which, by the way, is killing Ford.
Well, they
more
have
so than
those.
gay
They have
commercials.
those. These fly-by-night places that sell cars. The little lots. They put those because they know people that buy them have no good credit. They don't think they're gonna. So they put those boxes in the cars already.
The low jacks and all that.
Yep.
GPS.
Do you
That
gotta
way-
blow on it every 5 minutes?
No,
like you're
but if
truly a
you
criminal?
have
Or
major
just to
payment,
start?
they shut your car down.
Yeah.
Oh, the kill switches.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have them. Well,
I can see that.
It's not that, but I do. I bought a kit, the kill switch kit for the Civic, because they're so easy to steal.
Oh yeah.
So,
And that is a sought after car by thieves and alike.
Yeah.
So.
Not. Have you seen that one he has? No.
Well, his beater Civic. Yeah. I mean,
I get-
after Nick already's used it up.
I get caught out a lot on the road driving that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you did tell me the
fucking
one
kids,
story.
Kids want to fucking race me, and I'm let's go. I mean, the thing is slow as shit. I get the thumbs down out the window every time, but because it's slow as shit.
They think you're talking shit to them. Oh, he says he could take me.
Oh, one time I fucking missed shift. So I'm passing by this other Civic, and I'm going to make a left turn, so I was going to downshift, and I missed shift, and I revved it right by the... The guy's looking at me, and I'm like, oh, let's go. No, it's slow. I'll race them, but it's slow as shit.
I've used to do that too, and then I just let them take the fuck off
Yeah.
and be like,
I was in my Dart down here at the intersection, and I pulled up to a Mercedes. It's kind of beat up, and I revved it a couple times, just fucking with him, because I had a buddy in the car. I'm like, here, watch this shit. So I revved my Dart. Called this is Slant 6, dude. It's not going anywhere. And the guy revved back, and I'm like, no, seriously, this fucking dude's gonna race. He's towing a trailer on the back of this beat to shit Mercedes. Light turns green, and I just take off. And I don't know if he let me go or he really couldn't catch me. I think he just let me go because he was just reciprocating something while I was goofing off, and he could tell I was goofing off. Because as soon as he revved back, I just laughed at him. I'm like, yeah, like my car ain't got a chance
I
against
raced some kids in the
a
van.
fuel injected. I don't care if it's beat up, but a fuel injected Mercedes, whatever, compared to my old 2-barrel carbureted Slant 6 Dart to 7,000 feet. Come on.
I did it. So I was in the van by myself, and then this
Yeah, you race challenge people in the van too.
Well,
I did it all the time on his old minivan.
this kids. I mean, this car full of fucking kids. The fucking some Honda Civic with just this hole in the muffler, so it sounds like it's fast. He's like revving. We're at the red light. He's revving it, so I fucking revved the van, and the passenger looks over. He's like laughing. He's telling the driver, "Look at this guy," and I'm like,
Dude, we should build a.
And that, oh yeah, I
We
cleaned
should
them though.
build. We should build a freaking sleeper van, dude.
Oh, that van.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a van right now, but let's just soup yours
LS swap the Saturn.
Let's just put the
up.
van.
Yeah, dude, we could do that.
Let's just
I'm
put the
serious.
Saturn body over the top of something else. Not even try to hide that it's that body on top of something else. Just raggedy, kind of cockeyed.
It's just kind of bent sort of on there.
I was thinking of that. Okay, LS swap the Saturn, make it a sleeper.
That'd be fun.
And then get arrested.
I mean, I told you about that Supra that whooped the shit out of me.
Did you see that
one
kid
time,
that
right?
was speeding?
And that was like an early '90s Supra that was beat the fuck. It looked like someone dragged the thing out of the junkyard.
See that kid that got caught speeding out on 94? So they clocked him doing like 136 or something like that.
But there are wide open spots of that road.
Yeah,
where it's
but
like,
then he
who
told the
cares?
cop he was actually doing 170 something, and his fat. He told him, "No, I was actually doing."
Oh yeah, you think you clocked me fast? You should have seen me a mile back.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's smart. Smart.
Oh
so
yeah,
smart.
94 is that's a straight
Dude, there's-
shot. For
like
the
you'll
most
come
part.
up over that ridge and you're just like, I can freaking see where it goes like this. It bends around, goes up garbage hill. Like you can see a freaking mile down the road.
Yeah, I think
And if it's at
when
night,
I was younger,
you know
kids
there's
used to
no
go out there and
headlights
race.
coming.
I remember that
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
when it was obviously less people living out there. So
yeah, dude. I got to find some straightaways, but can you? Do they have race night at Pikes Peak? Can you
I
take
think
your
so.
car there just to get your numbers?
Yeah. You hear Vandermeer's shut down, right?
Oh, are they
Yeah.
for good?
Yep.
Why? They just couldn't keep it.
Maybe
keep it going?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe just
Need to sell it or
I don't know. But I think it was last month or something, or it's happening soon, or I don't remember. But they're shutting down.
Oh, that's
if it's
shit.
not shut down yet. So Pikes Peak would be the only place right now.
well, maybe it'll draw more traffic and shit to Pikes Peak and put on more shit worth watching here down on this side of the state.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't like to drive to Vandermeer.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
and
too
there's
far.
nothing out there. I mean,
Where I don't need to trailer my car up to Vandermeer. I can freaking drive my car down to Pikes Peak.
I would trailer it. I mean, if you're gonna fucking race it, yeah, something's gonna break. I mean, you can guarantee something's gonna break, man.
You cannot, dude. It's fucking American car. This is freaking Detroit steel we're talking about here.
Yeah, but I would trailer.
For
I
the
would
exception
trailer
of the
it.
aluminum heads, which are aftermarket.
Yeah.
Who knows where they're made? No. What are you looking at there, Justin?
I was just looking at some of these questions. They're pretty dumb.
Naked men.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I gotta get more.
Okay, what's the next question?
Well, there's a bunch of them. Let me just see here. I had one here.
Yeah, I'll drink that.
Oh, this is going to be because I can't find it, but it was basically if you were given 1 week to live, what would you do in that week?
Spend all my money. Just spend all my money on fucking just debauchery and shit, I guess.
So fuck your family.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. I guess I'll go visit people. I guess travel.
You
Go
wouldn't
around.
take the time to just go on a fucking killing spree knowing it didn't matter?
No.
You're not going to worry about
No.
you like take out some political leaders that you don't
Then
like?
that's your name, huh? You're gonna be known as this guy that
Forever. I didn't say whoa, whoa,
shot some.
whoa, Al. Whoa. Oh, you're talking about the Kiwanis Club.
Yeah.
Oh.
The HOA down there. No, I think I would definitely travel. I'll go see, friends and family that I haven't seen in a while.
You'd book tickets 2 weeks out? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I'm going on a cruise in a couple weeks.
Now, what's the question?
If you were given 1 week to live, what would you do with that week?
Well, it depends. Our loved one's going to come visit me, or I got to go see them.
It's whatever you want,
Am
Mike.
I loved enough?
I try to talk Alan to going on a 1 week killing spree.
I wouldn't do that. Okay, that's not fun. That just leaves you to dark places in your last days.
I would go and buy
I'd probably quit drinking.
I'll buy so you can be sober for the rest of the week. Is that what you're saying?
So you can get the best value out of every minute you have left. Yes.
I'll go and buy like a Ferrari or something, Lamborghini.
I might do that. Just buy it, and then my wife can return it when I die.
Just repossess.
You would never
repossess.
qualify to get it in the first place.
What are you talking about? You know that you finance those cars differently than you do regular cars, right?
I don't finance any car, so I don't know.
Okay, well then maybe you ought to look up how to buy yourself a fucking Lamborghini or
I don't want a
Ferrari or
Lamborghini
a Ferrari. What the fuck?
or anything. I don't have any
A
interest.
McLaren. Name it.
I'm not coming up short in the penis department like some of you guys.
No, but you get to experience that before you die.
Like a
It
911.
has nothing to do with penis size.
Yeah.
If it had something to do with penis size, I would have bought one a long time ago. Has nothing to do with penis size.
I would go buy a car newer than 2011 because I've never experienced that.
I never experienced a 2011 car.
Neither. My truck is a 2011.
Actually, I think I had a 09 one time. I got an 07 right now.
The newest car I have is a 08.
The newest car I have right now is a 2011, but Tanya's car is a 2013.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
What?
Is this the Drunk as It Gets podcast?
No, I'm trying to wash that taste of that Cayman Jack shit out of my
The
mouth.
cum.
So it's just a little bit of Fireball whiskey.
Just a little bit. That's like your third one.
You could have just brushed your teeth or something, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the polish off. I just got back from the dentist before the podcast. That's fact.
Oh.
It feels nice and smooth.
Smooth.
It's got a teeth cleaning, dude.
Smooth. I know. I got to get my tooth fixed.
Tooth.
I only have one left. I have to get it fixed.
Oh shit! We're gonna start the movie over again in celebration of Clint Eastwood's birthday. How old is he gonna be anyway?
I don't know, 72.
No, 90 something,
Really?
90
Is it really his
5.
birthday?
on the 31st. Today's May 22nd. His birthday's May 31st. How old is Clint Eastwood?
93 probably.
I'm saying 95.
He was born in 1930, so 93
Okay, well, all right.
next week.
If you could start a secret society, what would be its goals
I'm
and
not
who would
telling
you
you.
include?
I'm not telling because it's secret.
I'm with Al.
Boring. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, but it's not.
Well, shall we tell them about the society we're in?
Yeah, the one we are already in.
That everyone's in.
It's a white
is
on
that where you
Asian
guys
kind of
fly out to that
society.
guy's island?
No, it's like we go to this grove in California.
Everyone's in it.
We worship this giant owl on fire.
And they all ask about, but you didn't tell Justin yet? We're like, nah, we're on the fence. And they're like, yeah, we probably shouldn't tell him.
Yeah, don't tell me. I don't want to know. 'Cause I'm sure there's butt stuff involved. I want nothing. Well, maybe.
Female butts.
No. Go look at that grove in California. If you never heard of it, I'll tell you.
I know what it
Off
is.
mic. Yeah.
You watch it on your favorite show.
Yeah.
If you could erase one thing from existence, even the memory of the thing, what would it be?
This podcast.
I feel like I already asked that one. I must have forgot.
Shit. I think
If you could
have
go back and uninvent something, what invention would you erase from history?
cell phones.
The internet.
I mean, that's a legit thing. I would say cell phones. I'm this close to going back to a flip phone and just keeping a smartphone on me for when I need an app.
So I'm going to go with the correct answer here. Guns.
You will go back and
Uninvent guns.
uninvent guns.
Gunpowder.
Yeah, those freaking they had to go invent the gunpowder and it screwed all
They
of
were
them.
just making fireworks.
Mankind. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sorry, Chinese folks who might be watching the podcast.
Would you choose to know your future if it meant forgetting your past?
I already forgot
No.
my past. So
I don't need.
This
I don't-
question.
I don't need to know my future. I'm good.
This question tells all the people that hate their lives. This is the telltale right here.
yeah, I don't want to
'Cause
know the future.
I don't want to know when I die. I'm perfectly happy not knowing that. It could be 2 minutes from now. Who
What
knows?
if
I don't
what
know.
if it tells you you're not gonna die? You're never ever gonna die.
I'm never gonna die?
I don't think
That's
I'd
what
wanna
I don't
know
wanna
that
hear.
either.
I wouldn't want to know that
I don't think
because I got at a certain point you got to live like you're dying too.
I would never want to
Dying
not
to live.
die. I don't think I would want that.
Lazarus? No, who was that?
Who?
Who walked the earth? forever in the Bible. Never mind.
Satan,
No, it wasn't. It was Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Yeah, was his story.
There were two that are referenced in the Bible that I know of.
Never mind.
Yeah, look it up. Maybe you're right.
Well, you can't because Mike uninvented the cell phone.
I know. I wish I had something in my hand right now.
No, you said if I could, what would I invent? And I would say the cell phone. I think that's been one of the biggest demises all of mankind
Oh yeah, it is.
ever.
It is.
The smartphone
The smartphone.
or the cell phone?
No, the smartphone. Having a phone in your pocket is one thing. Having a computer in your pocket is a totally different thing.
I remember reading an article. This is like way back in the 90s, maybe 2000s, early 2000s.
Was it on a phone?
Of the Japanese? No, it was on the interweb though. The Japanese having cameras on their phones, and I'm like thinking, how stupid! Why do you need a camera on your phone?
Yeah, that's dumb.
And then now it's like, I'm glad I have a fucking camera on my
How
phone.
am I going to send these dick pics if I can't?
Yeah.
Well, the SS had a gun in their belt buckle, and you would think, man, why the hell would you even have that? And nowadays it'd be like, it'd be kind of cool to have
A belt buckle gun.
a belt buckle gun.
Or a shoe phone?
Well, no, but I mean, you can have cell
Maxwell
phones, just not smartphones.
But you know what? I was watching something the other day, and they were talking about how these are the demise of relationships. Well, not just because social media,
Not just relationships, a lot of shit.
Yeah.
but just because, and you could argue, okay, the social media side of it, there's a million guys telling your girl she's pretty. There's all that stuff. But the fact that you don't miss each other because there's no conversation when you get home of things that happen throughout the day.
Yeah,
because
you're updated
every
constantly.
5 minutes is like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm over here, blah, 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 blah. So the conversation when you get home isn't that conversation anymore. It's none.
Oh, you talking about the wandering Jew that the legend began to spread in Europe in the 13th century?
It was in a Bible, like someone's walking to
In the
her.
original legend, a Jew who taunted Jesus on the way to the crucifixion was then cursed to walk the earth until the second coming.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, all we need to do is find that guy who's still around. And
Supposedly still walks the earth.
The devil still walks the earth because he holds title and deed to the earth.
was that George Burns? Who was that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, you
Oh,
devil.
God.
That freaking movie. Oh, shit. I can't believe I remember that one. Must be the fireball.
So much for getting rid of that alcohol.
What alcohol?
Exactly.
No, it's like a margarita tastes like shit. Absolute shit.
I'm going to leave them here for
The
you.
no sugar?
The no
Of
sugar
course.
ones.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Of course.
They
told you that.
are terrible.
Could have told you that.
It's the only alcohol I had that was worse.
I don't believe that there is a wandering Jew. I think that was made up in
It
the
was
13th
made up.
century.
You talking about Mel Brooks?
No.
Oh.
It wouldn't be somebody as famous as Mel Brooks anyway. It would be a nobody. But
You
I
don't
would
know
be,
that.
I would be like, I got proof of me being alive in the 15th century. They show 'em when cameras first came out. Look, this was me when cameras first came out.
On my iPhone.
Yeah. Now, what would you do if you could take an iPhone back to like the, I don't know, 1800s?
You have no reception. You could take pictures.
I know, but let's say you did. Let's say all the aliens were running it. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. There was antennas and shit. There was cell phone towers, but you were the only one. Obviously, you would have nobody to call.
You wouldn't have any reception.
Just taking pictures. I'll just use a calculator and tell people what time it is. That's about it.
I guess you're right. No, I'm just saying the technology.
Oh, so here's a question. If you could go back in time, like a time machine to just check it out, whatever time that was.
I'll go
where
see
would
the
you go?
Warlocks.
The Warlock
3:30. 3
this afternoon.
3:30.
Go
Yeah.
back to 3:30.
when you get in the
Before
car.
I got here, thank
Coming
God.
here is like, I'm not going. It fucking sucks.
No, so okay. So what era are you? is that
No,
what
well,
you're
not
saying?
era, but like a specific place or
I don't know about
Right.
place, but I would have liked to know what it was like in the 1950s. What was the world really like?
Yeah, that would be a cool
before
Baby boomer.
1960, and then a bunch of shit started falling after that.
I'd like to see Jesus Christ. Whether he was I'm my beliefs on him are different than your beliefs. But I would just like to see him. I think I would like to see, not interact with him. I mean, if we shook hands, that'd be awesome. But I would like to just see him. You know, see him like from afar.
Do you think you would believe differently about how you believe from him now if you did meet him in person?
No,
or do you
but
think there's a possibility? Obviously, there's a possibility.
I'm just curious on like how he actually was. You know, his character.
Would it change your mind about him if
Super
for
cool.
some reason he looked exactly like David Blaine?
No,
he was super cool, dude. He's super chill.
I was just like,
you get pissed.
Not to like.
He wouldn't get pissed at you. He gets pissed at like the high priest.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The people who are doing the money changing in the temple.
No,
and stuff like that.
not to like come back and say like he was a dick or anything like that. That's not my job. That's not my intentions. I just want to. I would just love to like observe him for a day or so.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know,
See him do that levitating trick,
something. Yeah, walk on water or
like
whatever.
what David Blaine does.
You know, whatever. I think that would be cool. But
Well,
you know.
I already know he existed, and that would be cool. But I don't think I need to pay homage to him immediately. Wouldn't it be awesome to see what Nikolai Tesla did in his lab?
That would be cool. That would be
See
another.
exactly what he found out. And
Okay,
what
so
maybe-
what if time machine now, and you see or 10-year-old Adolf Hitler? What would you do? Would you do anything, or would you talk to him? Would you
that's-
kill him? Would you?
The problem is
for
you don't
sure.
know what it creates if you do that.
For sure, I would talk to him to hear him out. I wouldn't go give him a bunch of thought. You know what I'm saying? Don't make him critically think. Just kind of understand if there were signs back then. Because, yeah, well, just what Justin said. What would you create in doing that? What would you do?
I mean,
the
look
whole,
what happened when they took Saddam out.
What happened to the whole? Yeah,
The
no
whole
shit.
region became a shithole.
The whole
Yeah.
butterfly effect happens because, yeah, that area needed to be ruled with an iron fist, and we took the iron fist away.
I think there's a like
But what's the butterfly effect if you took?
And did that unite the world in a way that we needed? There wasn't
Yeah,
more
so
wars
that's-
because of that.
that's why I say that I think that the fact that Adolf Hitler existed, the positive out of that is it actually put a face on evil. Like we can say like people can be fucking evil, but it's sad that people forget about this shit. You know,
They don't forget that
No,
they're
well,
always
our-
easily influenced by evil.
I think our generation didn't forget, but the newer generation, I think they don't understand like how evil this person was, or how evil someone can be.
Well, I mean, you're wearing shirts with people's pictures on them that Che Guevara or
Yeah,
whatever.
But
Yeah, you got
that's
Che Guevara
that's what I
and
mean.
something.
The people that I think was a positive factor in our country are being put down as slave owners. And name something about George Washington. Oh, he owned slaves. You know, right? Do we have this conversation?
I think,
We might have.
I think we
But,
did from a different approach, but you're right. Like, so he did nothing good. He
you know,
just
Columbus.
did that one bad thing.
But everything
you know,
is
Columbus,
relative, right? That
that-
was the norm at
That
that
was
time.
norm.
What are the good things he did outside
I know,
of the
but
normal?
that's what I mean. I'm talking about the younger generation. That's all they see. They see the negativity in people that created this country, which to me, the forefathers were awesome. You know, Christopher Columbus, whatever he did to the I don't say ingenious.
the ingenious people.
I'm sorry, I'm hanging. I got drunk last night with Iris. We were doing shots.
Yeah, she always wins too. That's what's weird. Even though she has no thumbs.
Anyway, but yeah, everything's negative about all these people.
Well, then that's what I used to
But-
tell my kids when all that stuff was going on, like the statues and all that. They were like, "Well, you probably should tear it down." I was like, "But what are you doing right now that you are ignorant to the fact that in 40 years, 50 years, 60 years are going to go, I can't believe they did that."
Yeah,
and you're going
it's
to
not
be
about-
judged by
We have
that.
a statue of George Washington. It was not put up because he owned slaves. It has nothing to do with why this statue was put up. It's because he's the fucking the forefathers of our country. He's one of them. He's the first president.
He's the father of our country, yeah.
He's the general that.
Well, and you can tear any man down. I mean,
Yeah,
even
exactly, but that's all he do.
MLK was an adulterer. You know, I mean,
Yeah, but
he
that-
did things that people don't agree with. But we're not
But
looking
I-
at that part of his life. We're looking
Yeah,
at
exactly.
I really
but
think we need to make a movie about MLK, but make MLK white.
Asian would go better.
We'll go Asian.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll do Asian. I'll
and have it be
compromise with Asian.
puppets.
No, sorry,
so
but
rolling.
go on.
But so that's what I mean. Everyone forgets. You know, all the people that did good. In my eyes, they did good for the country. Now the younger generation.
Well, and the things that are what I get pissed about is that what's considered bad now. I'm not disagreeing that that's not correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was socially acceptable then. So why are you beating on them? Here we are, 200 years later, when it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's no different than and this is going to be way out of context, but the Jordan LeBron conversation, like.
Well, LeBron's a piece of shit.
Nutrition is better. Our ways of working out are better. Humans are generally bigger. I mean, you can't. You have to. They're all relative. You have to. The people say, "Well, if you dropped LeBron in that era," but if you drop LeBron in that era, he's not shooting threes because they weren't allowed to. He's not having the nutrition because that's not what they did. He's not. You know, I mean, he's not doing those things if you drop him in that
hype.
era.
The hype probably wouldn't even be there. No one would have heard of him.
Yeah, he has to do 2 years in college.
He would just be a local star in his high school.
He would have been a good basketball player.
But he would have to go through college.
2 years. Yeah, they had to go through, I think, 1 year or 2 years then. But, I mean, it's all relative. That's why, I mean, you look at the football teams from the 60s.
There's a good book
Those
out there.
linemen were big fat dudes because that's what they did.
So
they worked jobs on the side because they weren't making enough money.
So Tim Grover wrote a book. Shit, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, that's a good title.
He was the coach for both Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and he explains very well in this book the contrasting difference between them and Scottie Pippen and a bunch of these guys against somebody like Kobe, and why they're superior and why it's because they don't celebrate. They freaking go in there, and then there's 3 different types of people, and these guys are the coolest of the cool. So they go in and they win a freaking NBA championship. They celebrate for 20 minutes. They go home and shoot freaking 300 free throws or something like that, because they don't stop, and they just have this commitment to what it is they're wanting to do. But then when they walk in the room of an opposing team's locker room wearing a suit, somebody like Jordan, acting super cool, it's intimidating as hell.
I do think social media plays a big role because, when you talk about, old-time movie stars, old-time baseball players like a Joe DiMaggio or a Babe Ruth, you didn't know every piece, so you're going off the folklore that goes, they're up here because that's all you knew. Now you know everybody's everything. You see what they eat for lunch. You see what so it takes away.
You're right. It's part of the things that we're robbed of with this stupid smartphone.
I know people, just a handful of people that actually train professional athletes. And they said of all the professional athletes they train, the NBA players are the biggest crybabies. They don't push themselves physically. They give up way too easy.
Well, because I think of all the sports, that's the one way you can get with natural ability more than any other.
Even a lot like football players, they're probably pushed the most. Football players, baseball players push harder than the basketball players. They see hockey players definitely they're up there. They push hard, but basketball players they don't. They're tired. They just stop.
But see, that's why you allow them to coach their own team. This is why Michael Jordan was a great leader of his team too, because they were striving to keep up. And then he would push him. If someone was being a pussy or a bitch about something, he'd call them out. His own freaking teammates.
Yeah.
Because he's like, dude, I'm the fucking leader of this team. We can't have this kind of weakness here.
I do think currently basketball is so.
And it was just a matter of fact. He wasn't a complete dick about it.
Basketball is less of a team sport and more of an individualized playing together sport. I mean, they still do the team stuff.
It's how well do you play your part.
But it's on individual talent anymore, and that's the way it's ref. That's the way it's.
Yeah.
They want it that way. So guys don't have to push to do those things because they can just, off their natural God-given ability, do the things that the league wants them to do. Dunk the ball, all that good stuff.
But it takes more than dunking a ball. You have to have the guys around you to give you the support.
You do.
To give you the ability to dunk the ball.
But just think about it. If the whole league is like that, your few guys that actually do that are the ones winning championships. Or if, say, nobody was doing it, somebody's got to win the championship. So, I mean, it's by default at some point.
All I'm saying is, dude, I'm not a LeBron fan at all.
Yeah.
I think he whines.
My problem with LeBron is two things.
Jordan and Kobe Bryant
he whines. Jordan whined, but it wasn't to the extent.
They were men to they're men to learn shit from.
But you know what Jordan never did that really bothers me about he never declared himself the best.
No.
LeBron several times says this is what makes me the greatest player of all time.
And that's I think what pisses me off about LeBron. Why do you think Jordan did that?
I mean, he would say all the time, like, it's not fair to those guys who came before me because I didn't get an opportunity to play them. They couldn't play me, and to say that I'm
and it's
better
also
than them.
it's understanding of where he came from.
Yeah.
You know, and to know that he was shitty enough to get cut.
Here's the
when
thing:
he was young.
if you're good and you know you're good, your confidence is going to show that. He said
Hell
it
yeah.
without saying it. He never had to say it.
No, he never did. That's why I said he could silently walk into a room and just talk to individuals from the opposite team, and it would intimidate the piss
But
out
I
of
think
them.
that's the Facebook culture too. It's like I need to show and say how good I am constantly.
Yeah.
I think they're a victim.
It's the thing. This newer generation, they hate, or
They never want to be less than
they
somebody.
they don't want to lose, but losing is probably the best thing that can happen to anybody.
And that's our fault.
It shows.
It's our fault.
Well, yeah,
It
with
ain't
the
my fault.
participation.
I'm saying in
trophies and-
general, as a
Our
society.
generation, it's our generation's fault in a lot of ways. But first thing I told my kids when they left my house, which both left the house at 18, I said, fail early, fail often. Fail as much as you can. The younger you are, you should be failing. Because that's the only way you're going to get good enough to challenge yourself to keep on pushing. Whether or not they take advice, hey, time will tell. But I'm just saying, fail early, fail often, man. Shouldn't be afraid to fall on your face. That's exactly what's going to teach you life lessons.
Yeah.
I know people that compete in powerlifting that if certain other people were going to enter that same contest, they wouldn't enter because they knew that they'll get the ass kick.
But that's where the greats come in. They say, okay, I know they're going to probably win, but I'm going to
Exactly.
push myself
But I never.
Exactly.
to see how much closer I can get every single time.
Yeah.
But
That guy-
that's what. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like.
This guy's going to win, but he's
that
not
guy-
going to win
That
easy.
guy beat me by 50% last time. This time he's only going to beat me by
Yeah,
48.
he's going to be in for a run on this one.
So,
The-
yeah, that's it. I improved. That's all I want to see is me improve.
That was the last the Raw Nationals I did. They changed the rules. The age rules used to go by every 5 years. So you had a 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45, blah blah blah, on and on. But now they changed it. You in your 30s, you're in the 30 group. You're in your 40s, you're in the 40 group. So I was late 40s. When was this? 2017. So I was 48 actually. And so when I mentioned that I'm doing the Raw Nationals, like almost everyone said, you know, you're going to go against guys that's like just turned 40. I'm like, yeah. It's like, what's your fucking point? It's like, I'm gonna fucking do the best I can do, and I'll see where I stand. I mean, I ended up placing 5th. That was one of my worst meets I did. But I know going in, I knew going in this wasn't going to be my best meet. But just the fact that I did this national meet against guys that are, 8 years younger than me,
Exactly.
and I came in 5th. And
Exactly,
out of,
dude.
I mean, I don't know what the total, how many people. There had to been close to. There might have been like over 100 people.
So
Competing.
you got to look at it this way. Like as you get older, okay. So like when you're 70, right, 75, then you got to go. There's a lot you could do to fuck up your life, fuck up your finances, fuck up your retirement, whatever. Like say when you're in your 70s. When you're 20, what can you do to fuck up your life? Marry the wrong person,
Yeah.
get someone knocked up, do a major crime, commit a felony or something like that.
Especially if you don't have a family.
There's if you're by yourself at 18, there's very, very few things that are going to completely fuck up your life. You got to avoid those things and then just be afraid to fail with everything else. Be willing to, and you'll be all right.
Like getting a DUI when you're 21 versus like when you're 51.
That's a big difference, right? Yeah.
Like I could lose my job right now
Yeah.
just getting a DUI. And freaking insurance rate's going to go up. But when you're 20, I mean,
2021
Yeah.
happens all the time.
by the time you're 51, all that shit's going to be gone. Your insurance rates would probably drop back down, and everything about it would.
And you've learned a life
Yeah.
lesson at a young age. You're not trying to learn it when you're 50. in your
I'm
50s. So
I'm with. Losing tells you a lot about yourself.
hell yeah. And that's why I say when you fail early, fail big then. That's the time to
Like
fail
we're
big.
doing right now.
Yeah.
So
Did
Failing often.
Did they win?
They were down 10. Now they're up 3. Start of the 4th.
Okay.
They're gonna sweep the
Uh,
Lakers tonight and go to the
The
finals.
Nuggets might make it to the finals. I don't know. I don't watch basketball, but used to be a huge fan. But
No, I don't either. But I've become fans of, some players that I know are pretty elite.
Yeah.
So
I think we're like way over.
we are way, way.
They
over.
are.
All right.
Oh, somebody's
you're
gonna
gonna
have to
actually-
endure this bullshit.
I know.
Al's gonna actually have to edit this one.
Yeah.
Hey, just to do the intro and then the outro, and just take everything in the middle
it.
out.
I might.
Or
right,
that
thanks
part
for
where
showing
Mike
up,
was
guys.
talking about his car for 30 minutes. You could probably take that out.
Whatever.
Sorry.
All right,
Take
like,
it sleazy.
subscribe, talk shit to Mike in the comments.
It'll never happen.
All right. Peace out.
It'll never happen.
All right. Peace out.
He asked me about the car, motherfucker.
I know he did. I was just trying to think of something to happen. It was so boring. I don't remember what we talked about except that.
Where's Mike?
Oh, Mike is pooping.
Where's Mike?
He's pooping so good.
Woohoo!
Welcome to the Anti-Mike Show. Wee-hee-hee.
We finally got rid of him, folks.
Yep. His mom kicked him out, but she still lets the podcast go on.
I'm recording.
You probably are.
There we go. There we go. Okay, that's on. That's on. That's on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Woo!
Wee-haw!
Welcome to the We Don't Need Mike podcast.
I'm right here.
The
That's right.
Fuck Mike. Oh.
Right here?
Oh.
Oh, Mike Whitperson is back.
Did you guys kick it off? Really? For real?
Mike Whitperson?
We can't go with the plan.
Yeah! What?
All
You guys not in on
I think
this?
this should be the real intro, that whole bit. Going in, just play it, let it ride.
Okay, welcome to the podcast.